Phonetically accurate but an autocorrect nightmare, Thortful is a greeting card marketplace. So designers and photographers come up with greeting card designs and Thortful sells them. In this hashtag no cut teardown, we're going to be looking at the digital marketing that has helped Thortful to grow. And in particular, we're going to be picking out 3 things they've done really well and 3 areas where there is room for opportunity. Because this is a no cut teardown, it's one take, so it's either a one take win or a one take fail. And as always, I'll let you be the judge of that. So what's Thortful doing really well? Let's get started with the 3 things they're doing well. The first thing that they're doing well isn't really a digital marketing thing at all, but it enables the digital marketing, and that is that they have a great proposition. Their cards are funny, the designs are awesome, and there is a huge range. It makes it so much easier to market a great product than it does to try and convince people to buy a mediocre or worse product. Much easier to build a big business with a great product and above average marketing than it is to grow a business using a below average product and incredible marketing. So that's the first thing. There is an awesome product here, and their marketplace model where creators are incentivized to make brilliant designs really helps them in this regard. The second thing that they're doing well is SEO. Now, the greeting card business is very, very low cost, average order values, obviously. So this game is all about customer acquisition cost and how can you acquire customers as cheaply as possible. If you can do that, then you can grow. If it costs you loads of money to acquire a customer, then you run into cash flow issues because you have to generate huge amounts of cash to invest in getting new customers, which you then have to recoup over a long period of lifetime value. So this is all about cheap customer acquisition. So that means that organic traffic channels like organic search and organic social become much more important because you're not paying per click. Now, Thortful is doing a pretty good job of their SEO, and they've got some decent rankings to show for it. So we're getting around about 700,000 visits in the UK per month, and a good number in other territories as well. Some of the phrases that they're ranking for include the really kind of competitive terms, so variations on birthday card, top half of the page. For the phrases around funny, so funny birthday cards also doing very well because their products are funny, so they're really going to satisfy that audience, and that might be something that they want to lean into even more. But yeah, overall organic rankings are pretty good. Now we can see that they've put some time and energy into this. For example, if we go through to the funny category page, so here we've got the funny birthday card category page. We've got some text copy here. We've got a nice headline there. You know, this all makes sense. This has been optimized for those sorts of terms. So this is pretty good. Okay, the third thing that they are doing really well is if you think about their model, the designers and the card creators are basically, they're creating funny, relatable, timely designs. Memes, essentially. A lot of these are very current. It's about the stuff that's going on now. So their social media strategy is awesome because they are basically just posting these designs on their social channels, which is exactly the sort of stuff that people go to social media for. So a lot of businesses struggle with how to come up with entertaining, interesting stuff for their social channels. Well, Thortful's marketplace of designers is basically giving them this stuff, and they're just getting out of the way and posting it. So we can see, for example, Facebook posts like this, where they're just posting it and getting loads of interactions. There's people tagging each other in the comments. It's great stuff. Same sort of angle on Instagram. They're just posting the designs and people are having a great time commenting, tagging their friends, and there's lots of banter and stuff going on. So that is awesome. Okay. One thing I might just do though is they don't always do a good job of telling people what to search for on Thortful in order to find this card. So say someone saw this and they liked it, they wanted to buy it. What do I do now? Well, they could have a link in the description to the cards featured on our Instagram page, which is probably the best way of doing it, or they could just simply tell people what to search for on Thortful in order to find that card. So that's a little area of opportunity. What about the 3 things that they are not doing so well? Well, there is some product-specific SEO stuff, which is a huge opportunity. So if we think about the business model, the creators design the cards and they upload them to Thortful. Thortful then approves them and they go live on the site. So here is an example. Now this is a Father's Day card. You could say that this is a Father's Day clone card. This is a Father's Day sperm joke card, or whatever it might be, right? But this card, the optimization of this is really poor. The title is just Happy Father's Day, Happy Father's Day. There's no other information about it at all. The product info is entirely generic across their entire range. The page title is junk, Happy Father's Day, Thortful. There is nothing here. Now, the opportunity here is to optimize each of the cards, there's loads, so you might just want to choose the best selling or highest performing ones, for individual search terms for long tail searches. So within the greeting card space, as in most search environments, you've got some real kind of most competitive head terms, so Father's Day card, funny Father's Day card, whatever. And then you've got this huge long tail where people are searching for specific terms because they're trying to find that one perfect card. And this is an opportunity. Optimizing these product pages for those long tail terms is a real opportunity. This is something that Google is struggling to do. For example, if we search for shop funny railway birthday cards, right? That is quite a niche term, but the greeting card space is made up a huge volume of these very niche terms. So what you can do is you can optimize even individual cards for this term to get them ranked. If we have a look at the pages that are actually ranking, so funny train cards on Zazzle, let's just go and have a look at this. Well, I've searched for funny railway birthday cards. Here's what I've got is funny train cards. Half of them, or majority of them, aren't even about trains, and many of them aren't about birthdays. So I am not being served by this. This is something that Google is struggling to give searchers a good quality result for. So optimizing product pages better to show up for this would be a help. Now, how does Thortful do this? Because they've got a huge range of products on the site. Well, they've got this creator's guide, which helps their creators to make good products which are going to sell. And lots of marketplaces will have a version of this, right? Where you help the creators to come up with something which is actually going to sell because that benefits them and that benefits you. So I would purely add a section of this which is about how to make your designs sell well. Tips to make them sell well. Give a bit of story about how you came up with them. Show your hand-drawn, first versions or whatever in product pictures. Optimize your page titles. Here are some tips on how to do that. Get the creators to do this for you because they are incentivized to make these pages win. So that's something that could be done. This actually leads us to opportunity number 2. If you go to this search here, funny railway birthday cards, you can see that Thortful are actually advertising for this phrase. But the headline there, the ad just says shop funny cards. Well, I've searched for shop funny railway birthday cards. So at least give me birthday or railway, right? Don't just give me funny. So you can do a little bit better than this. When we click on this, we just go through to the funny page. This isn't even categorized by birthday. So I've just searched for their funny railway birthday cards, optimize it for funny and birthday. If you can't do railway, fine, although I think eventually you might want to, but at least do funny and birthday. Does that make sense? So we're not optimizing at all. We're just giving people a really broad category and say, go and have at it, dig through, see if you can find anything relevant here. Now, we can see that they're running quite a lot of ads. Let me just show you here. So they're running quite a lot of ads, right? Although they were driving a lot more earlier on in the year. So it looks like they've experimented over April 2021 and then they've really dialed things back. So what the reason is for that, I'm not too sure. But actually some of the ad copy is fairly generic as well. So if we look at some of these, it's really generic ad description. So here's one for new home cards, outrageously funny cards to perfectly pretty prints. We've got thousands of designs. Find a congratulations card they'll adore. There's actually no reference to new home there, so they could make this much more compelling. They could also tie in their key USPs, which is the creator sort of marketplace side of things, and the fact that they have genuinely hilarious cards. So some sort of way of verifying it in the ad copy to make it stand out is going to improve their click-through rate, get them more search traffic for the same or for a lower cost per click as well. So there's lots of opportunity there, lots and lots of opportunity with this ad copy, and also to target these longer tail searches. Now, this takes us on to the third thing that they're not doing particularly well, which is this blog. Now, the blog is really a tale of two halves. On the one half, they've got these blog posts. Let me just show you. They've got blog posts which are ranking for things like what to write in a new job card, which is driving them a decent amount of traffic. Now, you could say that ranking a blog post for what to write in a new job card is a little bit too late in the buyer journey because someone's already purchased the card and they're like, right, now what do I write? So Thortful might not get that sale, but you know, that this is someone who at least buys cards, we know. So you can understand the angle that they're taking there. But then they've got a whole bunch of posts on their site which are doing nothing, driving very little traffic at all, and seem to have very, very loose / no relevance at all to their business. Top interior design trends for your home, for example, autumn decorations for your home. These are really odd topics to be writing about. The posts aren't driving much traffic, and I would be very surprised if they're driving any conversions. What I might be tempted to do in these sorts of situations is, instead of writing these sorts of posts, look at these long tail search terms that people are searching for, like railway birthday card, for example, and make a list of the best selling cards in these categories and make them as static pages if you can't build more category pages on the site. So make blog posts that, you know, funniest cards for railway lovers or whatever this might be, right? So find these longer tail searches and make posts around those rather than go for stuff like, I don't know, spooky adult Halloween costume ideas, which seems to have no relevance to their business at all and is really a little bit confusing. So there you have it. 3 things that they're doing well, 3 rooms for improvement, if you like. If you want this sort of analysis for your website, then you can request a free website and digital marketing review from the team here at Exposure Ninja. We'll analyze your website, your digital marketing, the traffic channels that you're using, and also what your competitors are doing. We'll summarize all of this in a 15-minute video, which we'll send over to you by email, usually within 2 to 3 working days. This service is free and it's completely awesome. So go to exposureninja.com/review to request your free website and digital marketing review. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us by just searching Exposure Ninja in YouTube. We post a new one of these videos every week, as well as some video helping you with your digital marketing, giving you some digital marketing advice. See you next time.